Everything we know about Maleficent 2. Disney's favorite villain is back, and she's ready to impress the whole world. There's so much you need to know before watching the sequel of Maleficent, and Riveted has gathered every detail for you. Remember to subscribe because we publish amazing videos daily. Maleficent was a huge success when it aired back in 2014. The company is hoping for more of the same from the sequel after the original grossed an impressive $758.5 million worldwide, more than 4 times the reported budget of $180 million. Maleficent was special because it was the only Disney movie to try out something different. For those who never watched the first movie, you have no idea what you missed. In case you have no time to watch it, we'll quickly bring you up to speed. In the 2014 movie, Maleficent still curses Aurora to go into a deep sleep on her 16th birthday. This time, however, it's because King Stefan betrayed Maleficent when she was younger, and the curse is her revenge. Disney flipped the story and turned the evil fairy into a hero. One of the best and most surprising elements of Maleficent was how it was a rape allegory. The filmmakers confirmed that Stefan's portrayal was meant to evoke the harrowing aftermath of being raped, making Maleficent's rage justified and understandable. Well, we're glad it did, because one of the favorite Disney villains didn't die as she did in Sleeping Beauty. There's still a Prince Philip, but he turns out not to be Aurora's true love. Instead, it ends up being Maleficent after she comes to care for her and act as her fairy godmother. Maleficent and Aurora team up to defeat King Stefan, who's become blinded by his desire to kill Maleficent. The movie ends with Aurora being crowned as Queen of the Moors and the Human Kingdom. A happily ever after, right? So what could possibly go wrong? The answer is a lot. And that brings us to the sequel, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. After the release of the first film in May 2014, Jolie stated that a sequel was possible. The project was officially announced the following June, and Jolie signed on in April of 2016. And it's finally here with us. The fantasy adventure which we all love picks up several years after Maleficent, in which audiences learned of the events that hardened the heart of Disney's most notorious villain and drove her to curse the baby Princess Aurora. Maleficent 2 explains how the war between the fairies and the humans starts. The main event in the upcoming film is the marriage between Princess Aurora and Prince Philip. The wedding is actually a trap set up by Queen Ingrid. While Queen Ingrid will support the marriage on the surface, she will secretly prepare to kill all the fairies. Maleficent and Aurora are finding themselves on opposite sides of an impending war. The two question whether they can truly be a family. The trailers have confirmed that the trouble starts with the family dinner, in which Angelina Jolie's character is provoked into unleashing her anger inside the palace. Princess Aurora then tries to stop her godmother. Queen Ingrid questions Maleficent's ability to be a mother by insulting and calls Aurora her own. At that point, Maleficent's eyes turn green, and we all know that when her eyes turn green, it's time to run. The biggest question with the trailer is whether Maleficent is good or evil. We're not quite sure, but we can tell that she's super deadly when she's mad. In the trailer, Maleficent says, "Love doesn't always end well." Wow, Disney. It looks like reality just checked in the company. Fans are also excited that the Queen is the villain and Maleficent is the good one. Well, unless she's provoked. One interesting thing is that fans will actually get to meet Maleficent's kind. Apparently, she's been taking care of a human, but it's now time for her to take care of her own. The team. The film is directed by Joachim Ronning from a story by Linda Woolverton and a screenplay by Linda Woolverton and Micah Fitzgerman-Blue and Noah Harpster. It's produced by Joe Roth, Angelina Jolie, and Duncan Henderson, with Matt Smith, Jeff Kirschenbaum, and Michael Vieira serving as executive producers. The film score was composed by Jeff Zanelli, replacing James Newton Howard from the previous movie. The cast. Angelina Jolie's Maleficent will be locking horns with Philip's mom. It looks like she enjoys working for Disney because she's also set to star in Eternals. In the behind-the-scenes clip, Jolie explained that the first film explored the true nature of her character after the fans knew her only as the evil being. In the sequel, the actress said they are exploring the concept of whether everyone is all good or all bad. As seen, she's dark, but she can also be playful. In this one, she has her wings in every scene. So now she's full wings, full horns, full crazy. We are all proud of Angelina Jolie, but no one is as happy as her children. Jolie has taken them to her premieres before, and Maleficent 2 will not be any different. They were on the set as their mom was filming the sequel, so it belongs to them in a way too. Pax, 15, Sahara, 14, Shiloh, 13, and twins Vivian and Knox, 11, are all expected to be in attendance. The only person missing the fun is Maddox, who is away for his first year of college. Queen Ingrid is played by none other than the amazing Michelle Pfeiffer. She is widely considered to be among the most talented actresses in Hollywood and among the best from her generation. During the 1980s, Pfeiffer typically played smart, funny, sexually attractive, and strong female characters. She has received many accolades, including a Golden Globe Award and 3 nominations for an Academy Award. Let's just take a moment to appreciate that we have Angelina Jolie and Michelle Pfeiffer in the same movie. Queen Ingrid in Maleficent is motivated by the death of her brother at the hands of forest creatures. She has a fear of the unknown, and that fear translates to aggression. with attack being her best defense. In the original Sleeping Beauty fairy tale, the prince's mother, whom Queen Ingrid is based on, is an evil ogre who wanted to eat the princess and her children. Yikes. Ellie Fanning reprises her role as Aurora, the formerly cursed princess and Maleficent's goddaughter and the Queen of the Moors, the young royal who was cursed by Maleficent to prick her finger and fall into a magical slumber, only to be awoken by love's true kiss, still believes in true love. It looks like she won't agree with her godmother about marrying the prince, and it will definitely affect their relationship. It seems that it will take 2 wars to prove to Aurora that love can sometimes be hazardous. And of course, we have the prince. Fans have already speculated that the situation with the prince will be similar to the one in Frozen, and we can only hope that the prince truly loves Aurora. He did not deliver the true love's kiss in the first movie, but it was evident that he also loved Aurora. We're still not sure which side he will take because his mother is obviously the evil one. Many fans were disappointed that Brenton Thwaites didn't reprise his role as Prince Philip. According to Variety, the reason for the recasting is simply scheduling conflicts. Brenton Thwaites, who starred in last summer's Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, is set to star as Dick Grayson or Robin in the upcoming series Titans, premiering later this year on DC's new streaming service. Due to that commitment, he was unable to return as Prince Philip. The role is now played by Harris Dickinson. He has fewer blockbuster films to his name than Brenton Thwaites, but he's been showcasing his talents recently on the FX limited series Trust, and he's also in The Darkest Minds. Robert Lindsay plays King John. We still don't know much about him or whether he will be siding with the Queen. Sam Riley, Imelda Staunton, Juno Temple, and Leslie Manville have reprised their roles from the previous film. Academy Award nominee Chiwetel Ejiofor also joins Maleficent 2 as Connell. He's a leader among the creatures who becomes Maleficent's ally. He is another badass, and we can't wait to see him in action alongside the other notable actors. Release date. The sequel was originally set to arrive on May 29, 2020, before Disney surprisingly announced that the release date was being moved forward by 7 months. The film is set for release on October 18, 2019 by Walt Disney Pictures. So make sure you mark your calendars. It comes just a few days before Halloween, and we know that Maleficent's new costume will be trending this year. So far, the sequel looks amazing, but the trailer released by Disney has left fans with more questions than answers. Here are some of the things viewers can't seem to wrap their heads around. What next after King Stefan's death? The sequel will explore neighboring kingdoms, and of course, not every human will be pleased that Maleficent got rid of the king and her kind is now one with humanity. We can't wait to see how that unfolds a couple of years after the friendship between Maleficent and Aurora. The fate of the humans and the fairies. At the end of the first film, there was a great union, and the fairies and humans were happy. In the trailer, however, it appears that the peace was short-lived. The fairies will once again find themselves on the wrong side of humanity, and this time, it looks like everyone will be taking care of their own kind. Maleficent is told that it's time for her to take care of her own. What does that even mean? Oh my. We hope it all ends well, which brings us to the other point. Is Maleficent good or evil? From the trailer, we can tell that she was provoked, but does that mean she will be completely evil again? Will she stop being a mother to Aurora? Clearly, their relationship will face the test of love once again, but one thing's for sure. If you thought you'd seen Maleficent in full fury, you definitely have to rethink that one. We haven't even seen half of what she's capable of. As far as we know, the kingdom will be completely destroyed. Judging from the trailer, the proposal comes at the beginning, which means the union will be interrupted. As mentioned earlier, there's a possibility that it'll end up like Prince Hans and Elsa from Frozen. Or there's also the possibility that the two will eventually end up together. Unlike many Disney remakes, Maleficent doesn't look like a money grab project, and fans are hoping that the sequel will keep them at the edge of their seats like the first one. We're ready for another surprise, Disney. Okay, that's all we know for now, but we'll keep you updated in case anything comes up about the movie. Is there anything you'd love to see in Maleficent? Mistress of Evil? Sound off in the comments section below. This has been Riveted.